Hello everyone, this is Rick Mantei again on my election voting kick to get everybody to get off their duffs and vote. There's still plenty of time between now and November for you to register, to get in the system. The train's probably already set as far as voting by mail. That may be a little bit too late. Depends on where you live, whether you can vote by mail or not. Here's a little bit of background about voters in the last presidential election. Jewish voters voted two-thirds of Jewish voters voted Democratic and one-third Republican. Catholic voters was just the opposite. Catholic voters was two-thirds Republican and one-third for the Democrats. But when you look at all the demographics, you look at all the genders, you look at all the races, you look at everything, it's very close to 50-50 down the line. The reason it's important to vote, of course, is because your vote counts. Your vote might be your vote, and your family's vote may swing the next election. Look at Al Gore, back when they had those hanging chads in Florida. And I forget the exact number, but it was a very few votes that decided the next election, the next president. Just by think of the millions of votes thrown out there, and just those couple of handful of votes mattered. Imagine if those people hadn't voted. Blacks vote 93% Democratic, and that's starting to change, but that's the way it was in the last one. The thing about black voters is black voters are not consistent voters. If they don't feel like it, they won't vote. Okay, who's consistent that elected officials can count on? Older people and educated people. The more educated you are, the more likely you are to vote. Now just think about that for a minute. Well, why do you think that is? I think the more education you have, the more you realize how your vote counts across the spectrum for everybody's lives. It really matters. It makes a big difference. You want to put a scoundrel in there. You want to have some good people in there. Most races are going to vote the higher percentage of education. Okay, I think I mentioned that already. Age voters, the older you are, over 50, are very highly likely to vote versus the ones less than 30 are very highly unlikely to vote. Most mail-in voters, I didn't know this, but most mail-in voters are Democratic. Those with college degrees vote Democratic by and large. Those that don't have a college degree vote Republican for the most part. City dwellers vote Democratic. Country vote Republican. Hispanic, for the most part, go Republican. And so these are some of the trends that happen in the voting that, but I think this year is going to be a little bit different because there's so many unknowns in this. I mean, we've never had a convicted felon. We've never had a vice president run like this, kind of thrown into the position at the last minute. So it's going to be a wild card thing. So it's more important than ever that you get out and vote. And most importantly, if somebody doesn't vote the way you see it, man, don't condemn them, don't hate them. You know, that's the way it is. They see that we can agree to disagree. They see it one way, you see it the other. Guess what? They may be right. They may be right. So until next time, have a nice life.